On this episode, what to do when you struggle with something, anything for a long time. This is the Holistic Alpha Male Optimization Podcast, where we help you unleash your true power as a man. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Stephen Mathis. Thank you for being here. I've gotten a lot of very similar messages from guys recently that have been, in essence, I've struggled with whatever thing for a long time. I need help. What do I do? And that's what I'd like to give you in this episode is a roadmap, a very simple roadmap, really, but a very powerful one that will help you anytime you're struggling with anything for a long time. Maybe it's porn, maybe it's irregular ejaculation and practicing retention. Maybe it has nothing to do with sexuality at all. Any area of life that you've struggled with for a long time, here's what to do. First, you got to do something different. It's the most obvious thing in the world, but it's the thing that often holds us back. If something's going to change, then something's got to change. And it's not going to be, you're just going to do the same thing you did before, but you're going to do it better. You're going to stick with it. No, you got to do something different. Something needs to meaningfully change if something's going to change. So that's the first thing, but let's get more specific because there's really two ways. There's two paths to follow, two areas to look at in terms of doing something different. One of the areas or one of the perspectives I think that is very useful for us as humans is to recognize that often we get stuck in these middle grounds. A lot of people, for example, energetically, never really push themselves and get intense. They never really get real quiet and still. They're always in this kind of middle ground. And we can apply that to so many different layers of life. The middle ground is not where the magic is. The middle ground is where comfort and being like everybody else and being like your past self over and over again, that's what the middle ground leads to. And that applies here because if we're going to change something that we've struggled with long term, we got to get out of the middle ground. And the way that we get out of the middle ground is we first go deeper. We go deeper inside of us. We go deeper into our emotions, into our self-image, into the deep beliefs and thought patterns and emotional patterns that live inside of us. And we recognize that there is work to do there. And there is something new to do there. That's the first part. You're going to do something different because if you've struggled with the same thing for a long time, we got to do something different. The first part of what we're going to do different is that we're going to go deeper. We're going to recognize the importance of that deep inner work. And we're going to do new things, something new or in a new way to tap into that. You're going to meditate more. You're going to journal. You're going to do whatever that looks like for you in terms of diving more into yourself. And then the other part is tactical. We got to do something new on the tactical side of things. Get more tactical about it. For example, if it is something that you've struggled with for a long time, then very likely part of that is discipline. Because discipline is our ability to set an intention and follow through on that intention. So if we've struggled with something for a long time, we're obviously not demonstrating a pattern of being able to set an intention and follow through on that intention in that area, which comes back to discipline as at least a significant part of that. So tactically, we ought to be doing things to build discipline, very specific things. It doesn't necessarily take a lot. Something tactical might be recognizing the power of a cold shower in the morning. A 30, 60, 90-second cold shower, don't underestimate how much that can affect the tactical side of things. So listen, I have struggled, oh man, at various periods in my life. I'll be 44 this year, so I've had some years in my life. At various times, I have struggled long term with many different things, with porn, with eating shit, with being an alcoholic, with every kind of distraction, numbing myself imaginable, really, at various times. So I've been there. Here's what we need to do once again is we do something fucking new. You got to do something new, significantly new, and you can't just do something new for 3 fucking days. Live in a new way for a significant period of time. Be someone new. That's what that really is. I said do something new, and yeah, there's part of that. But what it really is, it's being somebody new. We practice being somebody new, embodying that new person. The way to do that, dive deep, do something new in your inner world, be willing to face shit you haven't been willing to face before, be willing to do inner work that you haven't been willing to do before, get really quiet, and then on the other side of it, get really practical. If it's porn, look it. Keep your phone out of your fucking room at night, for example. The simple power that something like that has, something very, very tactical, that has nothing to do with your emotions, your inner world at all. But if that, for example, the porn thing is something that is part of your world, simply tactically managing when you have access to the devices can be a big part of that. And yeah, there's discipline to stick with that. So these layer together, of course. Man, I just want to leave you with faith. I have seen in my own life my ability to change things that I have struggled with long term to then change them. And I have seen it in hundreds of guys that I have worked with, heard from, talked with. Man, just because something has been a challenge for a long time, years, maybe even decades, does not mean it has to be forever. You get to live in a new way. You get to choose a new intention. You get to do something different. You get to go deeper. You get to get more tactical. It's up to you. I support you. I'm sending you vibes of power and strength and faith and curiosity and openness to new possibilities. Go get some. We'll talk to you soon.